Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Welcome to the stream, Stags and Does. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Red the Deer, and today we are going to be opening up some Lorcana Disney trading card game packs, as well as this starter deck. This game was released today. I had to go wait in line to be able to pick up this item, as well as the boosters. I wanted to pick up the Trove, which is their sort of trainer pack if you play Pokemon Go, or if you play the Pokemon TCG. Basically, it comes with 8 packs, and then it comes with 2 deck boxes, a organization box for all of your storage, like if you want to store all your extra cards instead of putting them in books, and a user manual to be able to track all the cards you are getting, which is what we really want. We want to get every single card. So we're going to be opening up some Disney Lorcana cards. We were not in line early enough to be able to pick up the Trove, like I said. So all we got was the starter deck, this version. We were only able to pick up one starter deck. Would have loved to get all of them. And then we have the Lorcana booster packs, which come in this excellent old school sort of foil wrapper. I know a lot of those new boosters come in like those wooden or like the cardboard packs, and they make them a little bit more expensive. I love the foil. There's multiple versions of these foil covers. You can see the Disney Mickey there. He is obviously from the Tales of the Giant miniseries. If you ever watched that on Disney Plus, go watch it. It's really, really good. You have old school Maleficent in her bluish tint, because there is multiple versions of each hero in this game, and there's 6 different colors. So the deck color that we bought here is green and red. Each card falls underneath one of the colors. There's green, red, and they're actually named after gems. There's emerald, ruby, amethyst, steel, auburn, and I don't know, sapphire? I don't remember. Yeah, amethyst, steel, sapphire, and amber. So those are the 6. So Maleficent has some blue. I know that she's also going to be in the emerald pack, so there'll be green versions of her as well. We have another Mickey as the fighter, Taylor Mickey, I think is what he's called, because he uses the scissors to fight off the giant. And then we have Elsa in her steel casing, it looks like. So these cards will obviously not be in these decks, so they have a chance to be up. But that the icon on the foil is not an indication of what cards will be in the pack, as far as I know. Inside each pack is going to be 12 cards. There is 6 commons, 3 rares, or I guess uncommons they call them, 3 uncommons. Then there's 2 rares, extra rares, or legendaries, and 1 foil card every single time. So 12 cards is actually really, really good for the pack. The whole set cost me about $50. That included also our sleeves, which are going to be the Mickey back sleeves. Let's go ahead and open this first. Actually, before we do that, they gave me a promo card, which is going to be this Tinkerbell. See if we can get the glare off it. It is a steel Tinkerbell common. You can tell based on the bottom here. It is actually still numbered 194 out of 204. So this is just a normal card. There's no actual promo with it. They just gave them a bunch of extra Tinkerbells to be able to hand out to people who came to the opening event. She's a 2/4, cost 3, can be inked, and has a special ability called Battle Plans. We'll go over the actual game mechanics and rules of Lorcana. This is going to be a game that me and my wife pick up and play quite a bit, and I'm very excited to try to collect as many things as I possibly can. I will be going for the full set, and I probably will be spending way too much money on this, but I am a Disney adult. Most people know that. If you guys don't, I'm obsessed with them. So my favorite character is Sorcerer Mickey. I bought the Mickey starter deck, or I was going to buy the Mickey starter deck, and they didn't have it anymore. The Mickey starter deck in the first chapter is the Amethyst deck, Amethyst and Amber. I got the Emerald and Ruby. So that is what we got. We got our sleeves here open finally. Packaging was actually pretty difficult to get into. Oh wow, they're matte finish on the back. That is beautiful. I did not think they were going to look like that. That is actually very, very cool. So background black background with the clear on the front and the matte finish Mickey back cover. Oh my god, I love it. It is so beautiful. I don't know if you guys can really tell the contrast. It looks pretty good on the camera, but it is phenomenally good on the in person. I'm so happy I bought those. So the sleeves, the deck box, and then the 4 card packs was $50. We're going to be going back out at 4 o'clock to a different game store to be able to pick up more packs, and we'll be opening those on stream tomorrow. So look forward to that stream. Hopefully we can get more than just the 4. We're going to try to get at least 12 when we go to this next pack, but I think we'll start with the deck box instead of the card packs. So let's get to the deck box. Comes in like this sort of weird trapezoid shape. Each one of the deck starter decks come with a booster pack as well. So this doesn't come with a deck box, it doesn't come with anything, it just comes with, I believe, the cards. You do get 2 foil versions of the heroes that are on the deck boxes themselves. So this one being Emerald and Ruby. You will get a foil version of Cruella de Vil and a foil version of Aladdin in the actual deck itself. I don't believe it is guaranteed to come with any other foils. The booster will obviously have one, but other than that, it says on the back, 1 starter deck of 60 cards, including 2 foil cards, 11 damage counters, because there is a counter system like in Pokemon, a paper playmat, a paper tracker token, and game rules. Plus 1 booster pack of 12 randomized cards, including the booster rules below, which we've already talked about. Come with 6 common, 3 uncommon, 2 legendary rares, and 1 foil. Comes with this nice sort of tissue paper, I guess they call that, tissue paper covering, so that keeps the cards secured during transit. I actually really like that. I appreciate that. That means that you've got a higher chance to get higher grade cards than just lower grade cards straight out of the package. I can't stand when you get a card and they're lower grade already. All right, so this is the paper playmat. Comes in all the starter decks. It is very basic. You keep your deck here, discard there. Cards in play will go to the left. Your Inkwell, which is basically your mana or your land cards in Magic, will go to the left here. The goal of the game in Lorcana is to get 20 lore, and we'll talk a little bit more about all that, but that is why there's a lore tracker in the middle. This is the rulebook. It is 2-sided, quad-fold rulebook. Does not have any card trackers on it, and we will go over the rules later. Let's start by opening the pack instead of the deck itself. We'll keep the deck to the left there, because we already know everything that's going to be in the deck. We want to go through the cards. I don't know if they're going to be doing a Pokemon, the 11th card is the special card packaging system. So we shall see. Man, I do not know which angle to go at for opening this. I'm trying to be careful. Hard to do with a mic in front of your face, not gonna lie. If you guys are interested in some Disney Lorcana content, then please make sure you guys follow. There is a QR code. Check out the Disney Lorcana Trading Card Game Companion app where you can learn the game and more. Ooh, we'll be downloading that a little bit later. I'm going to keep that in place. So, on the back of that it says Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Tailor, original concept art by Nicholas Cole. Oh, these are really, really interesting. So the QR code, I'm not going to show you guys the QR code, but quick little look at it. The back of them looks like it combines into a puzzle card system. So there's probably multiple versions of these. Hopefully we get a lot of them, but hopefully we get all the same ones as well. They look like they combine into one giant piece of art. So instead of just being a throwaway QR code that they throw with all the cards, you actually can collect them. That's a really, really cool idea. So we're gonna open this we're gonna open this first one, and we're not gonna move any of the cards around. If we find out that the 11th card is going to be a special card, then we will obviously move those to the back so they're always the last card. So our first card in Disney Lorcana. Here we go, guys. is Aladdin. That's actually not beneficial because we have the Aladdin starting deck. So we'll open them like this. We have Aladdin, basic common, Minnie Mouse, yellow. I guess they're amber. I'm going to call them by their actual colors, not their gem names, because I'm going to forget them. Also a common. We have our Lorcana QR code again. I'll actually get a little bag for the trash real fast. Hold on. All right, and our... Ooh, we have the top part of the Mickey there. So if we combine these, they're 4-piece collectible art. I love that. That is such a brilliant idea to do with your QR code cards. Very, very fun. Hopefully we get the full 4 set. That would be amazing. Wish us luck. Our first card, of course, I didn't even show the back of it. These backs have like this beautiful sort of multicolored swirl that ends up into the lore icon, which is a major contributing aspect of the game. Our first card is Hey Hey, Amber. Amber Hey Hey. Would that be better? It's so bright. It's so hard to get the lighting on these videos right, guys, because the cards have different colorations and whatnot. I think you guys can see pretty much what's going on here. Okay, we've got a Hey Hey. We have Freeze, which is a Elsa themed action for purple. Vicious Betrayal, which looks like a Lion King themed green. I love that the art on the card will always be primarily the color of the group it belongs to. So you guys can see this is a Donald Duck blue card, but the primary color in the art is actually blue. Same with in this one, this is a Lion King card, but they've colored it to be more green so it matches the green set. I think that's a very cool idea. Very, very fun. Abu, he's got a sword that's an Aladdin themed action, red. A Steel Hercules, wow. This is Hercules True Hero. There's a bodyguard, which is basically tank and Hearthstone. That's a really cool art. Our first uncommon is Rapunzel, doing her traditional hair whip shit that Rapunzel does. Our next is going to be, oh, just basic Elsa, cute. I had to read that for a second because it looked like Fairy Godmother. Next is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Very fun. Mostly green. Very, very cool. Let me bring that closer down. And then our first legendary is Captain Hook. Just a basic Captain Hook, it looks like. Says Ruthless Pirate. He costs 7. That is actually a really strong card. Costs a lot. Very, very strong. Next is, looks like just a rare. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the symbols on the bottom, but this is just a rare. Not really any repeats yet, which is really good for us trying to get the collection. And then our foil card is Chief Tui with a beautiful foil background. So he's actually not foil, just the background is. You guys can see that shimmer and that glare. See how he's not there. He's just matte on top of it. That's actually really interesting. I really appreciate them doing that. Making the foils a little bit more unique.
Welcome.
Appreciate that follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Leggy. Thank you so much for checking this out. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next pack. We've got 2 more packs. No, we've got 3 more packs. Hopefully we get one of those rainbow cards that pull. Finally an English Lorcana stream. Yeah, dude, no problem. Glad I could help. Spread the word. Tell everyone else. We're doing a card opening. We're actually going to go pick up more cards around 4 o'clock. And then we'll either stream opening those up again tonight, or we'll be opening them up tomorrow morning. Good luck on your polls tonight, Derleggy. Hopefully you get something sweet. I'm very excited about this TCG. I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to be getting all the cards. I'm going to be collecting. I'm going to be doing what I can to be the best. All right, so we have another QR code, and I love the way that they're doing these QRs. If you guys don't know already, I showed it a little bit earlier. These are the QR codes. So they do have an app to be able to help track your collection, as well as be able to get more information, what new releases are going to come out, what's the next chapter going to be. All of those things you can find on the app on your phone. The QR code will direct you to that and also give you all the cards in that set for your collection. Very, very convenient way. Pokemon's been doing that for a long time. But instead of just throwing the card away, you actually get like a little art collection piece. They're 4-piece art collections, so hopefully we can complete the Brave Little Tailor Mickey here and be able to put that into a book. I'd love it. So this one is the bottom left version of that. Wow, we are getting lucky with this. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. We have 3. The last 3 packs we have opened have all been part of the same collection, but no repeats. That is awesome. Very, very cool. You're able to get 6 packs in Elsa deck box. Nice. Yeah, we're going to be getting hopefully all of the starter decks and the Trove tonight. So we have the Cruella and the Aladdin starter deck. We're going to try to get the other ones as well. All right. Here we go. Hopefully our first rainbow card is going to be here. We got Pumbaa and Timon, Amber. No holo there. We got the Jafar, Amethyst, beautiful Jafar. This is actually Jafar Wicked Sorcerer, wearing a heck of a lot gold and purple there. as if he got his true wish and didn't become a genie at the end. Love it. Duke of Wellington from Frozen. Maleficent from the Blue series. She's a common in that deck, so if you guys have that deck, you get that as well. Same with the Aladdin here. He is a common in the red and green starter deck. We actually got the Tinkerbell already. We are given this Tinkerbell common card as a promo. They were giving out all the cards to the people that waited in line. They had, I guess, extra Tinkerbell cards, or they sent them extra Tinkerbell cards, so everyone got one of these. There was no promo number on it. There was no promo symbol. It was literally just the card from the actual I don't know what I'm blanking right now. All boosters. I was trying to think of the word booster. So that's our first actual repeat besides the ones that'll be in the starter decks. Scepter of Arendelle, another item. Ooh, Cinderella is our first uncommon. Yellow hero with 2 quests. Simba! Nice. Didn't actually get the steel deck. That one was sold out when I got there. Hopefully we can find one tonight, but he is a part of that starter deck. And Moana. Okay, we're into the rares and legendaries here. We've got Maui, one of the strongest cards in the game right now with 3 quests, an 8 and an 8. He costs 8, but he can be inked as well. So generally, if you get him on your starting hand, you just ink him because he's hardly ever going to come out in game. But if you happen to summon him, man, you're going to be in a strong spot. Next is another repeat beast. So this is our first actual repeat. Shame that it's a legendary, but we will be able to trade this, hopefully, when we go tonight to the event and maybe get something else. And then our holo is Jetsam. That is a repeat, so we can actually show them side by side to show the difference. So again, I love the way that they're doing the holos. Not all part of the card is holo. Only the back or only the character is holo. They reverse it every now and then. So in this case, it's only the back. Jetsam himself is not holographic. He's just matte painted on top. So let's pull out the other Jetsam and compare. These cards are so beautiful, guys. Once you start like looking at their art and looking at them in your hand, it is so much fun. I'm such a big Disney fan. This is just like my dream come true. I wish there was like a Disney MMO, like Kingdom Hearts, but like an actual MMO. I wish there was a Disney MOBA. Man, I'd play all of these games and stuff. So excited TCG's finally made it to the table. So you can see the 2 differences here. Jetsam on the right of the screen is the holographic. It's my left. And then the Jetsam over here is not. So only the background is foil. Very cool. I love that they're doing that. I think it's a fun way to do foils. Adds a little bit of dynamicness to the card itself. Also, the numbers for the gold plating up here and the willpower and strength are also holographic on the card. You can see that there is like a little bit of shine to them as well. Very cool. What's your plans for your constructed deck? Plan on doing a Moana Princess driven deck. Gonna pull out Mini and put in an Ariel if I pull it. Very cool. That's a good idea. I plan on looking at most of the cards and deciding what my decks are gonna be. I actually have been pretty much spoiler free for the majority of this release. I've not been really looking at the cards. I don't even know all of the cards in the game, but once I get most of them and I actually get the trove and I can see all of the cards in the game, I will devise my deck. I believe the color scheme I'm going to go for is going to be red and gray, so ruby and steel. Probably going to try to pull some heavy hitters early and get them out. Oh my gosh, no way. The streamer luck, chat. You guys were here. The 4 packs I have opened in order has given me a full Mickey art. That is insane. What is the luck? What is the chances of that the 4 packs I picked up happen to be each their own individual piece to this amazing... Can I flip it all backwards? I'm being silly. I'm trying to get it for that way it faces you guys. So it has to go like this. These get swapped. Little puzzle. Little doing a little puzzle on stream there. You guys can see the art. That is so freaking cool. We are so lucky. I don't even know if there's multiple versions of that or if there's going to be one per chapter. I hope that there's multiple versions, but holy crud, did we just get really lucky with that pull. That's awesome. So even if we don't get anything crazy cool, I'm happy we at least got the 4-square. And like I said, that could be very common. Maybe there's only one of those, so it's going to be pretty easy. I'm not actually sure. We're going to practice doing the QR code on stream after we're done opening. So we're going to see what the app looks like and what it does. This is our next pack. We got one more after this, chat. So our first pull is a Beast Amber. Costs 1. He's just an action. Beauty and Beast themed action card. Maleficent Amber. Not Amber, sorry. Amethyst. Beautiful, though. Love the lightning bolt up there. She's going to be a really fun holographic if they have a holographic version of her. Any of these cards that have like these fun little special effects, I'm sure that they're going to be gorgeous as graphics, as holographics. Another Tinkerbell. This one for the Emerald deck instead of the Steel. Trying to figure out the center of the frame here without the glare. There we go, it's really good. Magic Golden Flower. An item for a Sapphire deck. Oh, nice. Evasive Goofy. Having another one of these in the deck will be really, really nice. So Evasive works just like flying in Magic. Is this a holo? No, it just had a nice glare on it. So Evasive works just like flying. Only evasive targets can attack each other. And there's not that many of them in the game. There's a lot of Red's decks are evasive, so kind of like white in Magic, they're flying. That's going to be very, very cool. Now we have Beast's Mirror, a gray item. Common. Our first uncommon is Chief Tui. We got the holographic of him earlier. Let's look at the difference between those two. I like how a lot of our repeats are actually holos, because we've not had a lot of repeats so far. Our holographic here. So again, just the background is going to be the holo. Very cool. He actually stands out a little bit more than Jetsam did, because he's just so vibrant and he looks like a good matte painting to start with. So very fun, very cool. I'm going to keep my holographics out just in case I need them a little bit later on, for whatever reason. Alrighty, putting these back. It is kind of interesting that all of our uncommons and rares are the ones that are getting repeated. So our next uncommon is LeFou for an Amber deck. Next, our last uncommon is Ransack, a Emperor's New Groove themed card. Emperor's New Groove is my favorite movie, so hopefully they have a lot of Emperor's New Groove cards in the series. And then our first legendary rare or ultra rare. It is a rare. It is Doc. Item card for a blue deck. Very, very cool. Next is another rare card, Amethyst. A lot of clock themed items in this one. Beauty and the Beast themed items. I think we got 4 Beauty and the Beast pulls on this one. This was a Beauty and the Beast heavy pack. And then our foil, is a Kristoff for Steel. He is going to be matte himself with a background of foil. So same system as all the other cards so far. Really hoping to get one rainbow at some point, but we got one more pack to get lucky and then a lot more that will open tonight. Very cool. Put him in a sleeve. I love these sleeves if you guys missed them, for those that are just coming in. These sleeves are so freaking colorful and beautiful. They're done extremely well. These are the sleeves that are actually designed for Lorcana. You can probably pick them up at any of the stores that sell the packs in the early release. But they're also really, really tight in there. There's not really a lot of space. You can tell that they're designed specifically for the size of this card. Really, really good measurements there. But Wow, is that not like the most beautiful cover back for any sleeve you've ever seen made by the companies? Normally, you have to get like this type of quality sleeve, you have to go to Etsy or something. They're very, very cool. I'm excited about what they're going to be able to do in the future with them. Putting my Jetsam in a sleeve. I forgot to do that earlier. Alrighty, our last pack. Here we go, and then we'll go through the deck a little bit. After which, we talked about how we will go through the rules of how to play Lorcana, so you'll catch that here next. And before we do that, though, we will go to the app on our phone and figure out if... Oh, we'll just figure out the gist of what the app's going to do. So here's our last QR code, and it is the Mickey Mouse foot again. So luckily, we got our full quad set with 5 of our cards, with 5 boosters. That is very lucky. I'm happy with that. Our first pull, a repeat Minnie Mouse. I'm feeling good about this one. Also, can we talk about how nice it is that they packaged them in order of rarity? So your first 6 cards are your commons. Ooh, that's a new one. Friends on the other side. Oh, it's a amazingly artistic depiction, not in the movie. That is not a movie clip. That is definitely its own art scheme from Princess and the Frog. I love that. That looks so freaking cool. That one as a holographic is going to be a very expensive card, I guarantee it. That'll just look amazing in anyone's collection. Next we have Megara pulling the strings. That's fun. That's a fun little image. She's got like a puppet Hercules. Flounder. Poor little Flounder was done so dirty in the new Little Mermaid movie. Hashtag Flounder deserves to be cute. Don't at me. Ooh, Sergeant Tibbs. First person to name the movie Sergeant Tibbs is from gets a sub. And that'll go for the rest of the day. If you know where Sergeant Tibbs is, what movie he's from, pretty unknown character in the Disneyverse, but one of my favorite movies as a kid. Watched it a bunch. Big animal person, if that helps. Cerberus. We have here. It is 101 Dalmatians. That is correct. I'll give you a sub when I'm done pulling this. Absolutely correct. Technically, it's 101 Dalmatians, but it's fine. There it is. Cut to the chase. I love that card. Since I am going to be doing a Ruby deck, I'm probably going to be using this one. That is a very fun picture of Taylor Mickey. Chosen character gains rush this turn. Nice. Yeah, I do love that the red set is very evasive and very rush heavy, very aggressive group. It's going to be fun to play. We have Ursula. What's it say? Ursula's Cauldron. Nice little item for a purple deck. It's kind of pretty. I like that. Our first uncommon, or a second uncommon, sorry, that Ursula's Cauldron was also uncommon. Wow. Beauty and the Beast themed item here, or action. It is Gaston looking deviously into what appears to be a magic mirror at Beast that is being swirled by green magic. Gorgeous card. Very fun, holographic when they actually have that. Hades is our first rare or legendary. Looks a little hollow, but I don't think it is. Yeah, just a nice glare. These legendary cards do very, very well. I love how they made the sea. It's got a specific name. Sea of Styx, or whatever it is. River of Styx. Yellow, to be able to match the amber theme for his card. Because they could have just made it blue and put him in sapphire, like it is in the movie. But they changed the tint of that to be yellow, so it matches the yellow theme. Very, very cool. Our next rare is Lady Tremaine for Emerald. Very, very cool. 6 strength. Wow, 6 cost. Not able to be inked, by the way. You have to play her. Here we go. Horus. Another repeat. All of my hollows were actual repeats from cards we got earlier. Very, very interesting. Horus is just a common, which is a shame. But He actually has a really fun holographic effect with that flashlight there on the left. Looks like it shines almost into the black a little, like they let the holographic scene go a little bit further. Doesn't actually do that, but it does look like that. It's pretty cool. Do we know if Brave Little Tailor, that was released as an exclusive at D23, we'll see released in the general public? I have no idea, but I do know that Brave Little Tailor is going for $1,500 on private selling sites. So hopefully it becomes a release to the general public. But as of right now, it is one of the most expensive cards to ever be in a pre-release TCG game besides the One Ring, which obviously was ridiculous that Magic did that. So, once again, our 4 holographics. We actually got 5. Let me get my 5th. First pack we opened. The only one that we didn't get a repeat of was the Dinglehopper. I almost call it a doppelganger. Which is fun because the Dinglehopper is the only opposite to all the other ones. The main item on the card is the fork, and it's holographic, but the background's not. Where all of the other cards, the background is holographic, and the subject on the card is matte painted. Very, very cool. All right, let's dig into this deck. And then we'll start talking about the rules, how to play. And then, so we'll dig into the deck, then we'll go into the QR code, then we'll talk about the rules and how to play. Alrighty, so we got the Emerald and Green deck, or Emerald and Ruby deck. When you buy them, they come in this very strong tissue paper covering to help protect the cards. I actually appreciate that quite a bit. There should only be 2 foils in these. I don't think there's going to be any extra foils, but there's our first foil, which is the Cruella de Vil. Right at the beginning. And she is matte herself and painted on the back, but because of how bright her colors are, it's actually hard to tell. She looks like she's holographic all the way through, even though she is not. And there's our second holo right on top as well. Weird that they had the Aladdin's ahead of her, or ahead of the holographics. I guess that's to protect them better. Very interesting holographic here. The background is kind of shiny. Aladdin himself is matte painted, but the sword is holographic. So only the background and the sword is holographic. Aladdin is matte painted. Very interesting. I love it. I love the way that they're doing these holographics. I think that is so freaking cool. It's way better than just the whole card being holographic. I think it adds just like a little bit of character to each card. Adds a focal point. Makes it unique, makes it interesting. All right, and that should be every holo in these pre-constructed decks. So it looks like you can have up to 3 copies of each card. Oh, there's a Steamboat Mickey. I love that. Wish we got a holo of that. That's a beautiful card. Common. Good chance of getting a holographic down the road. How very cool. Interesting that they made him green instead of gray. You would think that this would be a shoo-in for a gray card, but okay. I'll take it. I'm glad I got him. So multiple copies of each. It looks like 3 is the max amount of copies. At least in the pre-construction decks, you might be able to get 4. 3 is pretty good, though. In a 60-card deck, that gives you good chances to get pulls. We have a 4th Mr. Tibbs, so if you can have 4 in a deck, we might be able to get 4 in there, but it looks like you can only have 3. I'm going to guess that you can have 3, because otherwise they probably would have stacked 4 of some of the stronger cards. All right, let's put our sleeves on our holos there. I love that Aladdin holo. Very well done. Really upset I didn't get a trove. It's a shame. Hopefully we can get one tonight. 8 booster packs for that price is very, very nice. Okay, well, let's mess around with this QR code, shall we? Just hang out for 1 second, guys, as I scan this. It's gonna direct me to download the app. Does anyone else struggle with QRs, or is it just me? The QR code scanning, I always struggle with. I can never get it to do what I want it to do. All right. We're getting the app. It just directs you to download the app. It is downloading now. It's called the Disney Lorcana TCG Companion app. I have it on Google Play, but it looks like it's probably going to be available for the Apple Store as well. How much are they charging for booster packs, and where are they from? I was able to get the boosters at a local card shop. They're going to be available at all local game shops in your area from August 18th till when they sell out. Then they're going to be a public release on August 28th, I believe. I could have those dates wrong, but for the deck and the sleeves and the booster was $50. So I'm guessing boosters are going to be about $6-7 a piece, maybe $5. I'd have to look at my receipt, but I don't have it on me right now. I will be able to confirm that, and I will post it on my YouTube as like a social post, or I'll post it on my Twitter as well if you guys follow my Twitter. I'll post the prices when I go tonight. September 1st is the big retail stores. Thank you. That is correct. All right, so this is the app. I just literally opened it up. I've not touched anything else. Packs were $8.50. Oh my gosh, that might be just like an early price because I don't think I paid that much. Because I got 4 boosters, and $8.50 would have been $40. Almost by itself with tax, and I was able to get the starter deck and the sleeves for $50. So they were not selling them for that much where I am, at least. Sorry to hear that, but that sucks. That's a markup price. All right, so we have the teaser for The Story Begins, a couple other news things. So this is going to be a great app to be able to determine what's happening on the front of new chapters coming out, what new cards are going to happen, if there's going to be balance updates, new card designs, that kind of stuff. You have an event diary for one of the designers of the cards, either the art or the actual game mechanic. Click on the teaser. Oh, it's just the actual video, which we've all seen probably 100 times at this point. Very, very cool. Let's go back to the app. So here is our catalog. So there's 204 cards. You're able to track all of those. You have a lore counter here. If you want to be able to just play a game, you can use this to be able to set up your game. 2 players, or you can play 1 player. What? Or I guess just track yourself. Theme is dark. Start your game. Very cool. So just like the magic counters, you know, getting lore, losing lore. For those who don't know, like I said, we'll talk about the rules afterwards, but you just need 20 lore to win. And then here's your learn. So these are going to be all of your questions. What is Lorcana? Setting up the game. The power of ink. Let's start playing and using cards in play. Nice. Interested to see my collection. Yes, and then you can also have a wish list. Very, very cool. All right, so let's see if we can scan this QR code and get part of my collection. Selecting cards you own and add them to your collection. Hopefully we can just scan and go. It doesn't look like there is a scan option. It appears that there will be a foil version of every single card, because the very first card I clicked on says standard or foiled. And then you can see each one in their standard and foiled version. And then you get to add that to your deck. Oh my god, the Hades. This guy comes in the gift set, Hades King of Olympus, so if you want the foiled version of Hades right away. It's actually doing the animation itself. I'm not doing that on the phone. Like the thing that I always have to do, which is like wiggle the card to get the holo to show, it's doing it automatically just on the screen itself. That's fun. So yeah, there will be a foiled version of every single card in the game. Wow. It does not look like there is an alternate foiled version. So it looks like all of the foils will always be the card art, not the words like Pokemon and Magic do lately. Very, very nice. All right, let's go to one of the foils that we did get and see if there's alternate art for it. So, or some of the rare cards. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see. I'm trying to remember which one has the rainbow. The way that Pokemon sets up their numbering is it's always on the bottom, but I guess they didn't do it this way. Filter. Card, ink cost, strength, willpower. Interesting. So it's kind of set up more like a Hearthstone catalog, where you can like just disenchant cards and make new ones, but obviously you won't be able to do that IRL. But not the most. There we go. There's a foil version, and we'll just go owned. Done. We got one of those, and then we go unfoiled, owned, done. We got to add that we own two of them, one unfoiled, one not. Does that pop up? No, it just still says one card. So you cannot individually currently select if you own a foiled version or a not foiled version. $195 for the booster box? Yeah, that's a little outpriced. Way overpriced. I wonder if I can try to scan this QR code again now that I have the app, if it'll just put the cards in my collection, because that'll be very convenient. Otherwise, that'll be quite a tedious way to be able to track your collection. A nice way, don't get me wrong. Convenient that they're actually allowing that and the company's creating it, but still tedious. Man, it is not wanting me to scan this QR code. All right, we'll start talking about the rules here in just one moment. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I am back. I got some water, and I was able to actually scan the QR code. It doesn't take you to the app, it just takes you to the website, which is quite interesting. I thought it was just going to open up the app, but it doesn't. It just takes you to their website, which doesn't even have a app download link on their website. It just tells you all the other things like their products, their news, their how to play system, and their updates. So interesting. If you want to get the app, just go to the app and download it yourself. But there is currently not a way to scan the cards into your collection. So you will have to add them individually one at a time. So we will be doing that a little bit later. As far as I can tell, there might be updates later on. Hopefully there are. But as of right now, it does not look that way. Alrighty, so the way that you play this game, for those that don't know or are quite interested, when you set up your deck, you're going to be able to set it up with two separate colors. In this case, the deck that we have is green and ruby. I'll pull that out now. So this is the green and ruby deck. You can only use one or two colors as far as I know. I believe that's the system with the rules. And there's a couple things that are interesting on the card itself that everyone who plays TCGs will be a bit familiar with. So facing it towards you guys now, you can see at the top, there is a cost and either a gold ring or a of course I can't find one now. There it is. Or a basic border. The gold ring cards are special and can be turned into ink. So on your turn, your starting hand, you'll get I believe it's 7 cards, and you can mulligan any amount of cards that you want to. You don't have to mulligan the whole hand. You can keep some and then draw some more. Then you reshuffle and recut and all those sort of things that you normally would do. After which, on your starting hand, you can do two things. You can create a Inkwell card, or basically a mana land card. And the way that you do that is if your card has a gold border, you just simply place it face down in your Inkwell area. So I'll pull out the map here, your paper playmat that they give you your starter deck with. If we face towards you guys, you'll see the Inkwells down here. So we would put our Inkwell card there. You would tell the teammate or your opponent which it is, which is going to be Aladdin. I'm inking Aladdin. And then you would have one resource. So if we find a card that costs one, like our Duke here, we could tap our Inkwell and we could play our Duke. Now our Duke won't be able to do anything this turn because it is considered drying, which is basically res sickness or summoning sickness or whatever the other games want to call it. Some cards will have abilities to be able to activate right away, such as Rush, or a couple others. I believe there's like Fanatic and other different sort of keywords that allow you to do specific things that they all say on the card. Duke is a very basic card, and I'm glad that he's out because he's going to be perfect for what we want to describe. So, besides the cost and this gold border, being able to be inked or not, you have a willpower and a stamina. Your willpower is the strength that you deal back to the opponent when you get challenged, and your stamina is how much HP you have, how much damage you can take before you get knocked out. So, the last and important information on the card, besides any information text, there is a lot of flavor text on each card. You just kind of ignore that if you don't like the lore, or in this case, he says, "Sorcery! I knew there was something devious going on here!" Because he's always looking for a reason why the queen can't take the possession, if you guys remember the movie. But other than that, he's just a basic card. He's a 2/2 for a cost of 1, and he has this symbol down here. A lot of other cards, like our Aladdin, will have that symbol too. This is your lore ability, or your quest icon. The name of the game and the way that you win, generally in TCG, is you deal damage to your opponent, they take enough damage, and they die. In this case, you just want to get to 20 lore. So you can actually win the game without ever attacking your opponent. Very, very interesting combat system. And the way that you would do that, say that this is my second turn, he is in play, I'm going to exert him to go on a quest. Exerting is just tapping. In this case, I'm questing, so I would get 1 lore. And you would mark that with trackers and stuff, which they gave me here. I just had it. These are our tokens. They're actually punch outs, which is actually pretty cool. So you punch this out. And this would be for our health, or you can use one to track your lore. I believe this is the lore tracker symbol on here. So it looks like this. It's kind of like got like a see-through little diamond with all the colors around it. You would put that on the bottom of this, and then whichever one it is highlighting is the lore that you have. So we would have 1 lore. The way that you stop characters from being able to generate lore is if they are exerted on your turn. If an enemy has an exerted hero, you can challenge that hero with any of your heroes. So say I was getting challenged by a Horus. I'm playing against a green deck in this scenario. Because I quested with my Duke, he is now subject to be challenged on the enemy's turn. Horus has been in play. He's not drying. So he's able to challenge the Duke. You would look at the stamina and the willpower of each card. Horus is a 4/3. The Duke of Wellington is a 2/2. So Horus would take 2 damage, become exerted, and deal 4 damage to the Duke of Wellington. Duke of Wellington will then get discarded or banished in the terms of the game. You cannot challenge cards that are not exerted. So if I had not quested on my turn, he could then quest because there's nothing else for his character to do, potentially besides for his next turn save up if he wanted to protect Horus. He could go questing himself because Horus has a quest symbol here, and then I could challenge Horus on my turn to be able to stop him from generating that power. First 1 to 20 wins, but that's basically the name of the game. After that, it's very, very simple. I love the idea that you can burn cards in your hand to get mana or land in the case of Magic. I think that's very, very interesting. That basically makes it to where the game, you should never be resource droughted or deprived like you can get in Magic sometimes. So, with all of that done and said, we're going to cut back to me. Hello, hi, my name is Red the Deer. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you guys checking this one out. This has been very fun so far. I do have a little bit of time. It is 1 o'clock. I have some time, and I think I might hop into World of Warcraft here and continue streaming into the WoW game if you guys want to stick around for that. If not, I understand and I appreciate it. Look forward for more future Disney Lorcana content coming your way. We're going to be doing streams just like this one where we open up packs or any of the other news that comes out that is released in the game. We will be doing updates on this channel as well as my YouTube. So if you missed any of the card packs being opened today, please go check out my YouTube tomorrow. I will be releasing this video of a VOD of me opening up these cards up to this point on the YouTube, so you guys will not miss a single beat. We will also be doing that again tomorrow, streaming us opening up the card packs, or maybe tonight if me and my wife get done early enough and I'm not super duper tired by like 10 o'clock. So with all that said, let's go ahead and transition some gears and head on over into Heroes or World of Warcraft, depending on what I feel, but I'm going to clean up a little bit. So give me just a second. I'm going to take a break. We will be right back. Enjoy the lo-fi as we get through this transition. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate the patience.